We've been down Bow Street next. We spent about 4 hours down Bow Street. You know, Glenda Jackson used to be the actress, now she's a Member of Parliament, right? I went out for a drink with her last night. And you know those people, right? You know those people who can sit and drink all night and not look like they're getting drunk at all and just keep up a sensible conversation, right? She ain't one of them. Oh. 3 glasses of shandy, she was over the table, right, smacking her. You know Sir Simon Rattle, the composer and conductor, she had him in a headlock, whacking him like that. Dispute over Verdi, it all went horribly pear-shaped and I wound up bailing her out. I bought, you know I'm a big one for the scent. I love a bit of scent because I believe a man should smell like something closely approximating a man. And I do like the smell of this. Oh, it's beautiful. But unfortunately, I shouldn't have sprayed it on now because now you'll sit there for the rest of the show going, is it Richard Littlejohn? Because I wear this, right? Normally I'll go down my local Wimpy, I'm besieged. I am like besieged. But I put this on and people just serve you and it's like nothing at all. So I've stopped wearing it. It's a very nice smell, but it's horrible. Unknown. No one wants to smell of unknown, okay? Oh, look, bless them. Bless them, look. They sent me this, look. It's a little thing that they had done when they was in Spain. Look, it's Dale Winton. I don't know, this bloke in the black suit. What have I got here in me cupboard? Oh, I've had another ruck. Oh, no, hang on, have a look at this. Do you do a lot of cleaning? Any ladies out there do a lot of cleaning? No, well, I'll tell you what, this is the stuff you want to get. Have a look, can you see that? I'll swing it on. It's called Barkeeper's Friend. Right? Now, it's very, very good. It says on it, stainless steel, chinaware, brass, worktops, chrome, copper, fabric. As you can see, I'm inundated with all those things. And if you get it, it cleans them up a treat. There is another one you can get, and this is like an Earl's Court version. The other one, it's called Barkeeper's Special Friend, okay? But I've had Rox here, right? What do you think happened, right? Stella came round. She often pops in. She staggers in and she comes in and she says, have you got hey, our Rob, here, come here, our Bob. Have you got a cup of tea and a bit of cake? And I say, Stella, you don't talk like that, Donny. And she says, no, I'm awfully sorry, I thought I was on television again. And I gave her a cup of tea and I gave her one of these. Well, she had the old bloody pack, to be honest. Look, 6 mini chocolate Swiss rolls. There's nothing wrong with that. OK. So Barrymore come round, right? And he said, what did Stella have? And I said, these. He said, oh, well, I don't want them then. Oh, I don't want them because I get better ratings than her. I'm a much bigger star. So, look, I had to give him these. Look, 6 extremely chocolatey. I swear to God, the egos on these people, you just wouldn't believe. Let's have a look what Miss Anwy's got in the secret dumbwaiter. Well, what's she up to here? What am I going to be getting to eat here? Look. A cheese grater. And what the hell is it? Corn removal plasters. I hope you got something nice for me, Miss Anwy. Oh, that'll be lovely. Look, a nice bowl with some fresh milk. Look at that. Now, a cheese grater and corn... Oh. As it happens, you're very, very lucky to catch me in at this time, because normally I'd be out and about. This is a brilliant shot, very, very useful. I discovered it, right, about 2 years ago. Sting phoned me up, Sting and Chrissy Hine, and, like, they like me to help the world, ecology and that. And they said, do you want to help the dolphins, save a dolphin? And I said, yeah, and I didn't know. He turned up around my house with a van, hired a van, and he's got a dolphin there in a big case with a bit of water in it. I had to look after it. And the only thing is they get a bit smelly after a year or so, and I didn't know. I tried scrubbing it, but in the end I discovered this place, and they do it for you. Fantastic. About £3, they do the whole thing. Not so long ago now, a few years ago now, I went up to a very nice place in the north of England, a very nice little village called Sheffield. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's all grass and tufts and copses and wildlife and stuff like that. I made a little film up there, and I covered the life of this lad here, who you'll recognise. As soon as you'll see him, you'll recognise him. He's an actor. He's done Look North and YTV. I'm sure you'll recognise him. And it was about setting off in life as an actor and the trials and tribulations. Here he is. Let's have a little look at him.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Clark. Nice to meet you. How do you do? Pop this in my office.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'd say take a seat.
Right.
What can I do for you?
Well, Would it be possible to sponsor a car?
Sponsor a car?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Answers on a postcard. How much chance has he got? But no, come on. He's there. That's what he's there for. See if he can get a car sponsored. Let's see him do his pitch.
I've done a lot of TV work in the past, Look North, etc.
Look North, etc. Like, Look North's the important thing. Obviously, there's some other stuff that's hardly worth mentioning.
Television. So my career's standing off now as an actor and model now. What I can do for you, obviously, I could advertise for you.
Yeah. OK, I could advertise for you. I would have the car. Your name of your showroom would be on it. You're the one who's gaining out of this deal, Thai boy. Right? There was one basic fault in his argument, which I tried to point out to him, but he wouldn't have it. I didn't want to dampen his youthful enthusiasm, but unfortunately, he cracked and he spotted it. The man behind the desk is a professional, and he spotted the flaw in the argument.
Well, basically, my reaction to that would be that I personally am not very aware of you.
I haven't got a clue about that. You've wandered in off the street, haven't you? OK, he does that, but no, there is a reason why he doesn't know he is, that's why. Because he was perhaps on a very regional programme when he was on Look North.
Right.
I wonder how aware the public in Sheffield are aware of you anyway. I mean, I'm not from Sheffield, personally. I live in Leeds.
Oh, you live in Leeds, right?
Ah, you live in Leeds! Oh, no, Sheffield, I can't walk down the streets. Leeds, 30 miles away. No one's ever heard of me.
But I don't know how aware people are in Sheffield of your particular... yourself, your personality, who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is rather where my argument crumbles, isn't it? But no, 10 out of 10 for trying, and he's on there, he's in the market, he's looking for work, and he goes and has a chat now. I've filmed him, I think he's talking to his agent, and hey, his agent is like busy. Like busy. But...
Hello?
Hello, Tanya, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, great. How's things?
Things are good.
Yeah.
Things are really busy.
Really busy.
All right. Is there anything for me?
Nothing for you at the moment.
No. When we say busy, we mean busy for everybody else. The strangest thing I've ever seen in an office, busy, nothing. It's a weird phenomenon. I followed him then and still searched for sponsorship. He came down a bit from the car thing and thought, what about clothes? Yeah, what about clothes? And hey, we struck lucky. We found a guy who makes clothes, one of the biggest clothing manufacturers in the world, who, yeah, fine, I'm with you 100%. I will sponsor you. It was fantastic. Slight catch, but hey, these things are sent to trials.
It's one-off stuff I picked from a local designer from France, and it's the same way I want to do it for men. That's why I don't mind sponsoring you. Right. Because it'd be bringing the name up of the shop, even though a lot of people start to say straight away, well, he only does ladies. You know, you can wear a ladies' top.
You'll give me any amount of these shirts. Yeah, any amount of the blouse. That shirt. And then it all went suddenly downhill because I made this terrible mistake of introducing him to another friend of mine simply because he'd done a job for me, all right? He'd done it for me and I thought maybe he could... I didn't realise that in the intervening years since he was my image consultant, he'd gone rapidly downhill, but I did introduce him.
I want you to be you.
Well, I could do.
To depend on your casting director. I want your raw energy. I want to get that out of you. That's what my job is as your image consultant.
So that basically is an image consultant, and it's one of those jobs on the periphery of both show business and sanity, basically. But the question is, no, you might think, what is it that he can do? What can he do? Well, there are things he can do, all right?
No. Paul, you've got to make it happen for Paul. And what I'm saying is that you need me to show you how to become who you can be.
What can you do?
Well, I can talk complete bollocks, if that's But he's a go-getter. He's a go-getter. And he's actually got an idea for his own movie. And this is what I was saying to him. Don't worry about agents. Just push yourself. That's what Stallone did, you know. Stallone went to Hollywood with the script of Rocky and said, yeah, you want to do it? I'm your man. OK, Eddie Murphy, very much the same, and he's got the same idea for... and I think, God, I think it would work in this country. I really do.
Well, I could act a person where you've just got somebody and they've done a series of killings and burglaries, and it's a big organised crime. And they've got so many main men, and I'd come in and the top cops in Scotland Yard, they can't finish it off, they can't get the truth. And I would come in with two of my boys from the unit. I'd come in very forceful. I wouldn't wear the sort of like the uniform what they wouldn't basically use. I'd probably come in with a t-shirt, so it was my slim athletic physique. I'd come in with a sort of like a t-shirt, a see-through t-shirt, then a trendy cut, a modern day cut coming.
Hang on, a modern day. When was the last time you was ever nicked by anyone wearing a see-through t-shirt? Let me tell you something, if somebody comes up to me in the street in a see-through t-shirt and says, "Excuse me, you are not being arrested," you might wind up with handcuffs on, but you are not.
With two of my units, and I'd come in and I'd get it out of them. You know, I have got to get the results, so that my name's the Menace. That would
No. Your name, my friend. No, the Menace will do. Right?
So what exactly is this idea?
Oh, right, thank you. Right. Well, what I thought, right, I could act a person where they've just got somebody and they've done a series of killings and burglaries. And Scotland Yard can't finish it off, can't get to the truth. And I'd come in very forceful. I'd probably come in like a t-shirt, show my slim athletic physique, right? And my name is the Menace. I am the Menace. And I'd do psychology on them and twist and turn their minds, because I see myself as that kind of actor.
Hang on a minute, I might have just the thing for you.
And you're absolutely sure that I look all right, that this is the right part for me?
You look absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. You were born to play that part.
Oh, I really appreciate it then. Thank you for giving me my break. Oh, this is it. Really set me off to use my psychology. You'll stick their minds and everything. Brilliant.
Oh, hello, Doctor.
New book. I've written a new book. I was on a flight over India, and we were eating, and we were eating a curry, and suddenly the plane started going up and down like that, and all the heating went out in the plane, and it became terribly, terribly cold, and I've written a book about it. Is my book there? My project. There you go. I'm not a man who easily goes to law, right? Because I think lawyers pretty much are parasites. But the thing is this, I'm getting sick of these unofficial, and I say unofficial biographies that are coming out about me. And I think John Gill, particularly, has gone a little bit too far on this occasion. You know what I mean? It's not big and it's not clever. Okay? To impugn a man's sexuality like that. Right, what have we got for you? Oh, it's my favourite bit of television. Of all the television that I've done over the years, this is the bit that I remember with the most affection. Sir John Blashford Snell. You know all knows Sir John Blashford Snell, yeah? Well, let's have a look. Come on. He's one of the great explorers of all time. And I directed him when he was on a chat show. Have a look.
First to a man who epitomises both the courage and the eccentricity of the archetypal British explorer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lieutenant Colonel John Blashford Snell.
Come on, Johnny boy. There we go. There he is. A lovely fella. Lovely fella.
Now,
just, by the way, stand by for one of the dopiest questions that you're ever going to hear.
I know you've just finished Operation Drake, which followed in the footsteps of Drake, and you're now planning Operation Raleigh. What's that going to do?
Oh, you've asked me a hard one there. But no, he could have laughed at it, but he didn't, because he's a nice man, he's a gentleman, and he just explains to what it's all about.
Operation Raleigh is, first of all, going to celebrate the start of...
Excuse me, 2 words, Monty and Python.
English-speaking America. Because Sir Walter Raleigh, although he didn't go there himself, sent over the colonists in 1584.
Anyway, there he is, John. He's having a great time. And then suddenly, it all went a bit amiss, because what he didn't know, there was another explorer on the show, a younger one, a trendier one, a hipper one, an explorer who bought maps and charts. Right, have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Oliver Shepherd. Now, can I ask you first, what was your part in the expedition?
I joined it in 1974 and did all the training in 1975 in Greenland, in 76 in the North Pole. And then for the expedition proper, I was the mechanic, the medic, the dentist and the scientist.
You're clever, Dick. With your little Christopher cousin of Anthony Valentine's sweater. Get lost.
Tell me, what sort of conditions are they going to be suffering now? Because you say that a lot of it was in complete dark.
John, I didn't know he was going to be on. I could have worn a pair of casual slacks and a sweater, you know. I didn't know it was going to be quite so bloody informal as this. Anyway, here we go.
Then, when you were in the South Pole, what is it like? Is it light now all the time?
Yes, it's getting much better. The sun came up on March the 3rd for about half a minute.
Yes.
And as the year...
Good looking and amusing. How lovely. How absolutely lovely to have you, a young explorer on this show. It's really lovely. Were you in the Falstaff, sir? Were you in the Falstaff? Were you lovely? Oh, lovely.
The days go on, it gets lighter and lighter, so it's now 24 hours daylight. But the problem is, the more sun you have, the quicker the ice melts. Therefore,
so is this making it dangerous?
Yes, the ice is beginning to break up, and they are now coming to big areas of water.
Yes, yes, it's very dangerous. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, with your maps, and oh, funny, make me laugh. Oh, and it's danger. And then the inevitable happened. He felt a little bit, I'll bring Sir John in, because he is an older gentleman. I'll bring him in here and just bow to his greater knowledge of extra. Sir John Blasford Snell, having nothing to do with it at all.
So if they were...
My hero. I'll tell you where we're going to go now. We're going to go back to my friend the actor. And he's off now trying to get a little bit more car sponsorship. And now he's honed his pitch a little bit more, OK? And he's pushing himself just that little bit harder.
Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
Are you all right?
Not too bad, thank you.
Right. Sit yourself down.
Up here. Right,
What's round up here?
Well, what can you try? I'm quite interested, though. Is it, do you obviously sponsor cars?
We do in certain areas.
Right.
We've done it with sports people and...
Actors and people we've heard of.
Well, let me tell you a bit about myself. Obviously, I used to be a professional boxer with Brendan Ingalls. And in the past, they've been sponsored, obviously, by other showrooms, etc. I've done quite well in the boxing. But I stepped out of the boxing and gone into the acting career, and my career's...
Acting?
Yeah, acting, yeah. I'm still boxing, but I've transferred my talents into acting, and I'm doing quite well. And I'm here, I'm going to be a star. And once I drive your car, I'll be known, I'll sign for life. I'll be known. And I'll guarantee when I'm an international star, I'll be still driving your car.
How do you actually feel about driving our product?
Desperate, actually. When I'm a star, I'll drive your car. I see he's getting a little rhyme going, a little doggerel. He's actually quite a deep lad. Because I was with him one day and he said, I've got to go, he'd go to a mystic and have his tarot cards read, which was quite an interesting thing to film, really.
Is there any partners or anybody you work closely with at this time?
Well, no
because
sponsors.
it could be connected with something you're dealing with or going
Partners? No, not really, no.
Well, it's a dealing through somebody connected with things you want to improve around you at this time, okay? So beware and be careful of a dark-haired man. And I'm looking 30-ish, right?
Oh,
Very materialistic type of man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. You've woken me up.
Yeah, can you watch out there?
Oh, I know who he is.
Because I've definitely got your obstacles in that area.
I've got to avoid him then, have I?
You've got to watch out, be careful of him, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a case where you can avoid him. It's a case you can just be careful of any dealings with him. And watch him. Don't trust him too much.
Who could she possibly be talking about? A dark-haired man about 30 who he can't trust. This is nonsense. Anyway, let's see how he got on. The amazing thing that happened was he did actually get very, very close to getting a deal for a car, and I think it was the kind of car that suited his abilities as an actor.
Somebody mentioned the word Skoda to you, without seeing that.
It'd be very nice to have one of these cars. Nice. Yeah. It'd be very nice to advertise on television.
Injected.
Yeah, advertise on television. So he's close. He's very, very close to getting a car. It's absolutely superb. And this last little bit of him, very close to getting a sponsored car. And here he is chatting to a mate of his who's a driving instructor, who I presume is the bloke who got him to his test. I don't know.
What's the sponsored car? You got a sponsored car for me yet?
I think I might have a chance of getting a sponsored car, yeah. So obviously I do need to pass my test. Yeah.
I've got a job at British Airways flying the plane. Fantastic. So perhaps I should take some lessons. I'll see you later. Bye.
And tomorrow night's Britscom slot is filled like a fine ciabatta full of lovely Italian sandwich filling by Festival Fun, featuring Frankskin, grapefruits and other comedy types. Next is Ellen after Robin.
I'd just like to point out to those assembled here how proud we are to be associated with this young man. We're more than convinced that he's going to go all the way to the top in Hollywood, and that's why we're very pleased to be able to sponsor a vehicle for his convenience.
Thank you very much. You won't regret it, because when people see me, when I'm in Pastor's car, in the league, been down Bow Street next. We spent about 4 hours down Bow Street. You know, Glenda Jackson used to be the actress, now she's a member of Parliament, right? I went out for a drink. Last night. And you know those people, right? You know those people who can sit and drink all night and not look like they're getting drunk at all and just keep up a sensible conversation, right? She ain't one of them. Oh. 3 glasses of shandy, she was over the table, right, smacking her. You know Sir Simon Rattle, the composer and conductor, she had him in a headlock, whacking him like that. Dispute over Verdi, it all went horribly pear-shaped and I wound up bailing her out. I bought, you know I'm a big one for the scent. I love a bit of scent, because I believe a man should smell like something closely approximating a man. And I do like the smell of this. Oh, it's beautiful. But unfortunately, I shouldn't have sprayed it on now, because now you'll sit there for the rest of the show going, is it Richard Littlejohn? Because I wear this, right? Normally, I'll go down my local Wimpy, I'm besieged. I am, like, besieged. But I put this on, and people just serve you, and it's like nothing at all. So I've stopped wearing it. It's a very nice smell, but it's horrible.